the Catholic Church has always, and I'm actually not against it. The Catholic Church has always had a negative view of capitalism. They're not communist, even though this Pope currently seems to be pro-communist. But the Catholic Church always had a negative view of unadulterated
Well,
capitalism.
the Bible, Jesus clearly said that you should help poor people. But what the people who say that Jesus was a socialist, what they're missing is he didn't say that the government should forcefully take people's money and redistribute it or steal it or do whatever the fuck with it. He doesn't say that anywhere. He's saying basically you should help poor people if you want to get into heaven. He's not saying that the government should take people's money by force, because that's not charity. If it's by force, then the person is no longer charity.
What the Bible says and what the Catholic Church says are two different things, my friend. So
I'm saying that opinion might have come from there.
No, it did. It actually did. And actually, believe it or not, it's actually sort of the Greek Orthodox Church also has a negative view up to a point about the money economy or something. With the Greek Church, it's sort of it's minimized. What they say is if you're rich, once you attain a certain level of richness, instead of building more mansions, you should turn it towards helping the church and the poor and stuff like that. So it's not anti-wealth. It just says don't be,
Well, the thing is that it's a moral thing, and if it's a voluntary choice, then it makes sense. It's a moral thing. If it's involuntary, then it's no longer your moral choice. So it doesn't. If your money is forcefully taken by the government, it's no longer charity.
Yeah, and I'm actually not disagreeing with you. And also, some of these early churches, the Protestant church, I think, is because it's a newer church in terms of like when it started to create its own, its own conceptualization of what the faith means in our time. The Greek church and the Catholic church, their ideal society is sort of like medieval feudalism. You know what I mean? Like you have the lord of the land, and he takes care of the flock. Like
the Bible appears to be in monarchist terms.
Yeah, it's monarchist, exactly. So the Protestantism sort of came out at the time when the monarchy was sort of failing. You had republics breaking out, the Dutch Republic, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then I'm actually, there's something about Protestantism that's very attractive in terms of what I think the Greek and the Latin, not to get on a tangent, left behind, is we kind of forgot about free will a lot in the Latin and the Greek stuff. We don't talk about free will a lot, and the Protestants seem to do that more. Especially modern day American versions of Protestantism, which I find very attractive.
I think Calvinism thinks everything's predetermined, but that's not what most people think.
Right. That's
kind of wacky in my opinion, but
yeah, and I'm talking about modern Protestantism, especially the American variant. There's a lot of free will into it, which is pretty much what was in the Old Testament, and it's there in the Greek and Latin churches too, but it's sort of forgotten a little bit because there's a lot of obligations in there, but they don't talk about how it's on you to do it, kind of stuff, free will and stuff, which I think, I kind of think that the churches all need to sort of get back together again, because when they broke apart, one church liked this philosophy, and because that church liked the philosophy, the other church sort of put it down. Like, I'll give you an example, which maybe people don't realize. Revelations. If you go into Protestant churches, especially charismatic or fundamentalist churches, they like talking about the apocalypse a lot. They like reading from Revelations a lot. I love that. I love Revelations. I love reading about the end times and the Antichrist, all that shit. But the Greek church doesn't even talk about it. It's forbidden to talk about. We acknowledge it's part of the Bible, but we don't do any liturgy about it. So if you go to a Greek church, they'll never talk about the Revelations part of the New Testament. That's an example I can give you. So there's good things and bad things in Christianity. That's why I think all Christians are pretty much good people.